Oh yeah, here we go. What a round of footy this is going to be. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to round 20 of the 2021 NRL season. This is going to be a fantastic round of footy. We got some cracking games this weekend. Plenty of blockbuster games. Thursday night, 4 versus 5th on the ladder. Roosters up against the Eels. Friday night, the Queensland Derby. One of the biggest rivalries in the game. The Broncos versus the Cowboys. That'll be a big game Friday night. An old rivalry between Dragons and Souths. Knights and Raiders, 11 versus 9 from the ladder. Both sides trying to make the finals. Blockbuster Saturday night, first versus second, last year's grand final. Melbourne versus Penrith. And then Sunday, the Battle of the Beaches. Cronulla versus Manly, another old rivalry there where it's 7 versus 6 on the ladder. Great round of footy, some big games. If you guys are new to this YouTube channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Make sure you like this video as well, guys, and leave your tips for round 20 in the comment section below. This could be the biggest round of the season yet. Maybe it could be the biggest round of the year yet. Who knows? We've got some great games, and I cannot wait. But let's get straight into it. Round 20 of the NRL kicks off on Thursday night. It is the Sydney Roosters up against the Parramatta Eels. This game is being played at up at Mackay, you should say. I think it's Mackay. Roosters and the Eels. This is going to be a cracker. BB Prince Stadium up there in Mackay. Kickoff is at 7:50 p.m. The Eels are favourites here at $1.55. The Roosters are outsiders at $2.45. This is going to be a cracker. Fourth versus fifth on the ladder. Both sides are trying to finish inside that top 4. This is such a big game. If you have a look at the ladder, Eels are in 4th spot on 28 points. Roosters are in 5th spot on 26 points. Very, very important game here for both sides. Now, last week, the Roosters, I thought they were good against Newcastle. They were pretty flat early on. They've been pretty flat in the last couple of starts and in a few of their games. As of late, they've started the game quite slow, and then they'll sort of come over the top of the opposition. And then, as for Parramatta, though, I thought they were a little bit disappointing last weekend against the Raiders. They weren't at their best, and unfortunately for them, they went down to the Green Machine. This is going to be a really tight game Thursday night. I'm expecting a really close game. Tough game to call. Could literally go either way, but I'm going to go the Roosters here. I think the Roosters will get up. They are outsiders at $2.45, so not a bad price there for the Roosters. But I think the Roosters will get up on Thursday night against the Eels. It should be a really close game, like I said. But I'm going to go the Roosters here by 6 points, 22 points to 16. And I reckon Josh Morris will be an anytime try scorer. James Tedesco for man of the match. I just think the Roosters at the moment, with all the injuries, they're still finding a way to get the job done. Parramatta without Mitchell Moses last week were not even close to being what they would normally be. They really miss Mitchell Moses. So I'm going to go the Roosters by 6 here. 22 points to 16. Josh Morris to score a try and James Tedesco to be the man of the match on Thursday night. Friday night footy kicks off at 6 o'clock up there at Suncorp Stadium. It is a double header. It is the West Tigers up against the New Zealand Warriors. The Tigers are favourites here at $1.55. The Warriors are at $2.55. Now, the Tigers last week, they played Manly. They showed some good signs there for a while there, but they weren't able to go for the full 80 with the Seagulls. As for the Warriors, they were absolutely pumped by the Bunnies last week. They were not good at all up there at the Sunshine Coast Stadium. The Tigers got a few players out this week, and the Warriors have plenty of players out. Tuvasa Sheck has gone back to New Zealand. Leeson Armel's going back to New Zealand. Lodge is out. Fanil Blake's out. Townsend's out. Murphy's out. The Warriors have got plenty of players out. Look, I would love to see the Warriors get the job done here, but I think the Tigers will be far too good on Friday night. I just can't see how the Warriors can win this game. They got too many players out, and the Tigers have to win this game. So I'm going to go the Tigers, and I reckon they will win the game well. So I'm going to go the Tigers here by 24 points. Tigers to win, 36 points to 12. And for an anytime try score, I'm going to go someone a bit different. I'm going to back Sean Bloor. There's been a little bit of hype about Sean Bloor I've been hearing for a while now. And he hasn't really shown me a whole lot as of yet. And maybe Friday night he can do that. So I'm going to go Tigers to win here. 36 points to 12. Sean Bloor to score a try. And I reckon Jacob Little will be the man of the match in that game on Friday night. Let's go to the other game on Friday night. The big game here. Kicking off at 8:05 p.m. up at Suncorp Stadium. It is the Queensland Derby. It is one of the biggest rivalries in the game. It is the Brisbane Broncos up against the North Queensland Cowboys. The Broncos are favourites here at $1.75. The Cowboys at $2.05. Now, I don't know how the Broncos are favourites with Brodie Croft at halfback. I honestly have no idea how they are favourites. Maybe it's because of the Suncorp Stadium. I'm not too sure. But the Cowboys last week, they showed some good signs against the Melbourne Storm. Probably should have won that game, but lack of execution was the problem for the Cowboys last week. And as for the Broncos, well, they were down 18-0 against the Panthers, and Payne Haas pretty much carried the Broncos back in to that contest. Look, this is going to be a cracking game. Queensland Derby. Both sides currently do sit in the bottom four, but I don't care where both sides are on the ladder. I don't care where both sides are on the ladder. This is the Queensland Derby. This is the second or third biggest rivalry in the game. It's a big game. Get pumped for it Friday night. Broncos, Cowboys. I'm going the Cowboys. I think they'll bounce back. They need to win this game. I'm really looking forward to this game Friday night. So I'm going to go the Cowboys to win. Cowboys by 8. High-scoring game. Cowboys to win. 36 points to 28. And you know what? I'm going to go a Tom Dearden double. Tom Dearden got released by the Broncos. The Broncos didn't want him. They went, oh, look, we're not really interested in you. So the Cowboys got Tom Dearden. He hasn't done much at the Cowboys yet. This week is the game where he will explode. You watch Friday night. You watch Tom Dearden go berserk. So Cowboys to win. 36 points to 28. Tom Dearden double Friday night. You heard it here first. Let's move on to Super Saturday. Kicking off at 3 p.m. It is the Dragons versus the Rabbitohs. This game is being played at Rockhampton, which is going to be interesting. Looking forward to that. The Dragons and the Rabbitohs. The Dragons, well, I don't even know what to say about the Dragons as of late. Souths are favourites here at $1.05. The Dragons are at $9 now. I saw Corey Norman at centre, and then I just went right. I Souths by 100. Corey Norman at centre. What are they doing? What are the Dragons doing? They have gone absolutely mad. So look, this game is a rivalry game as well. Both sides have a lot of history. They go back a long way. The Dragons and the Rabbitohs. I hope this game is competitive, but with the team the Dragons have named, I think Souths win this game and win well. I heard Andrew Johns, he had a theory on this. Every time Souths play during the daytime, they don't lose, and I have to agree that they never do. So I'll keep this one real short and sweet. Souths to win. 40 points to 10. Cody Walker to score a hat-trick. And Cody Walker will be man of the match probably as well. Let's move on to the other game on Saturday night. Kicking off at 5:30 p.m. at Suncorp Stadium. It is the Newcastle Knights up against the Canberra Raiders. The Raiders are favourites here at $1.60. Newcastle are at $2.35. Now, Newcastle last week, they started well against the Roosters, but they just weren't able to go the full 80 with the Roosters. As for the Raiders, they showed some guts against the Eels last week. They did a really good job there over the Eels. This is a really important game for both sides here. Now, I did say the teams here. Mitchell Pearce, named in jersey 21. He has a chance of playing. I reckon he will play Mitchell Pearce. I really do. As for Canberra, though, not really many changes for them. They were pretty good last week, Canberra. They did well to get the job done over the Eels. But this is a tough game. Both sides, this is a very important game for both sides. It's a top 8 clash. The loser of this game could well and truly be finished for the year. That's how important this game is. So, look, I like the Knights here. I think the Knights will get up. I think it's going to be a tight game. Won't be much in it. But I'm going to go Newcastle here. 26 points to 22. So the Knights by 4 points. And you know what? I reckon Mitchell Barnett will score a try. I really do. I think Mitchell Barnett can score a try for the Knights here in this one. So, Knights to win. 26 to 22. Mitchell Barnett to score a try. And I reckon Mitchell Barnett man the match as well. The other game on Saturday night, it's a doubleheader at Suncorp Stadium. It's supposed to be a blockbuster game, but injuries from Penrith have ruined it from being a blockbuster game. It is Saturday night, 7:35, Suncorp Stadium. The Melbourne Storm versus the Penrith Panthers. The grand final rematch, 1 versus 2 on the ladder. Melbourne are $1.15 favourites here. Penrith at $5.50. Look, I really want to tip Penrith, but they got so many players out. Cleary's out. Toto's not there. Yo's out. Fisher-Harris is out. Melbourne have only got Nelson out realistically. That's about it. Look, I want to see a good game of footy, but I just think Melbourne, they'll be too good here. So I'm going to go Melbourne. 28 points to 12 here. Melbourne by 16 points. They'll be too good. And I reckon Josh Adokar will get a double. And Nicho Hynes for man of the match in that one there on Saturday night. Hopefully it's a good game, and hopefully Penrith can show up and make it a good game. But without Cleary and all the big name players of Penrith, I just think Melbourne will be too good on Saturday night. Let's move on to Sunday footy. First game kicking off at 2 p.m. up at Cbus Super Stadium on the Gold Coast is the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs versus the Gold Coast Titans. The Gold Coast here are favourites at $1.25. Canterbury Bankstown at $4. The Bulldogs have been very competitive the last 3 weeks or so. They were good against the Roosters, the Rabbitohs, and the Sharks. They showed some good signs in all 3 of those games. They played the Gold Coast, who were pretty good against the Dragons last week. So these sides did play not that long ago. I think it was about 6 weeks ago that they last played, and the Bulldogs nearly shocked them. They almost did, but for this one, I think the Gold Coast will get the job done. I don't think there'll be a whole lot in it. The Bulldogs will show up for this game. I'm telling you right now, Kyle Flanagan's back in the side. He'll be out for a big game. So we'll see how he goes at number 7. But I think the Titans win this game. I think they'll win this game. Not by a whole lot. Probably a close game. I'm going to go the Titans by 10 here. I'm going to go Titans 26 points to 16. And I reckon Tino Fasua Malawi will score a try. And I'm going to go AJ Brimson for man of the match in that game on Sunday afternoon. And the final game of round 20, kicking off at 4 p.m. on Sunday afternoon at Redcliffe. It is the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks up against the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles. The Battle of the Beaches, an old rivalry here. Cronulla versus Manly. It's always a fiery encounter when these two sides go at it. Manly are favourites here at $1.20. Cronulla at $5. I think the odds are a little bit disrespectful to the Sharks, but there's no Sean Johnson, so you can understand why. But Cronulla last week, they were good in the first half against Dogs. I sort of fell off a little bit in the second half, but still got the job done. Same with Manly. Manly's defence last weekend against the Tigers was a little bit off, but their attack is just so good. I'm expecting this game to be a pretty tight one. I don't think Manly win this game by 20, 30 points. I think it'll be a tighter game than that. I'm going to go Manly by 10. I'm going to go Manly 30 points to 20. Bit of a high-scoring game. And I'm going to go Jason Saab to get a double in that game there on Sunday afternoon. So, guys, my tips for round 20 of the NRL. I've gone with the Sydney Roosters to beat the Eels 1-12. James Tedesco for man of the match. I've gone with the Tigers to beat the Warriors. Tigers 13+. Jacob Little man of the match. Broncos and Cowboys. Cowboys 1-12. Tom Dearden man of the match. Dragons and Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs 13+. Cody Walker for man of the match. Knights versus Raiders. Knights 1-12. Mitchell Barnett to be man of the match in that one. Storm versus Panthers. Storm 13+. Nicho Hynes man of the match. Bulldogs and Titans. Titans 1-12. AJ Brimson man of the match. And Sharks versus Manly. Manly 1-12 and man of the match. I'll go with Tommy Turbo because he's the best player in the game. But guys, they're my tips for round 20 of the NRL. If you enjoyed it, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, fellas, and I'll see you guys in the next one.